Welcome back to the White Lies Whodunit series. I'm Nicole Engelbrecht, and this is episode 4. Well, all the white lies are just starting to spill out now, aren't they? And we're only halfway through. Sex games between neighbours, Robert is in love with Olivia, and who the heck saw Edie's confession coming? Daniel is her son? Do you think he knows this? He did say that in the last episode, but I really just figured that was him trying not to die. But maybe he knows more than he lets on. Surely Andrew wouldn't have told him, though. Guess we'll have to wait and see if Edie's going to open up about all this to the kids. So, what did we learn in episode 4 that has inched us closer to figuring out who killed Andrew Mackenzie? According to 40, the kids are off the hook. I don't know so much. He doesn't know Daniel was selling drugs. And even though that doesn't mean he killed his dad, everything we learned about their tumultuous relationship in this episode, the pressure he put on Daniel, the young man was clearly never feeling good enough, and he wanted to escape, has to make us wonder whether he might have just had enough and snapped. Or, as Zonda says, someone came looking for Daniel and found Andrew and Olivia instead. Daniel clearly doesn't mind blackmailing people after what we heard about the Vanna situation and his remark to Robert on the bridge. All in all, even if 40 thinks Daniel's in the clear, I think we need to keep him in mind. We can reduce his suspect rating, but definitely no more than 1 star for now. So 3 stars it is for Daniel. Speaking of the kids, young Jamie is behaving incredibly strangely toward her brother. She's almost jealous of anyone else, especially women, getting close to him. I realize he's all she's got at the moment, but I don't know. She's getting a little too close for my comfort. If Daniel was involved in this, I don't think that would have been possible without Jamie knowing about it. Unless she did it on her own? Is that possible? Maybe she felt that her dad pushing Daniel to go to Oxford was going to take him away from her. And she figured if her parents were dead, Daniel would be all hers. I feel like Jamie needs to stay on at least 3 stars for now too. The Webber family really made their way into the spotlight in a big way this week. Vanna Webber, who looked like nothing more than a bit of an oddball up until now, has shown that he clearly has things to hide too. After all, why is he so worried about a police investigation and not being in the middle of it? So worried that he paid Daniel off to keep quiet. That doesn't sound like a man who's living the free and easy life, as he claims. I reckon Vanna's suspect rating needs to go up a bit, at least a 2 out of 5 for the time being. Vanna's son, Robert, though, is the real jaw-dropper of the family in this episode. He is the author of the love notes given to Olivia, and he confessed his love to her in the hospital room, after having me completely convinced he was going to kill her. Now, I do have to wonder whether these secrets really make him more of a probable suspect for the murder, though. I can see it being pretty suspicious, at least where Andrew's murder is concerned. After all, if he was in love with Olivia, he might want to get Andrew out of the way. But surely he wouldn't then also attack Olivia. We do have to keep in mind, though, that just because he was in love with Olivia doesn't mean she felt the same way. He was the same age as her son, after all. And she seemed quite happily engaged in threesomes with Robert's dad and stepmom, which is just weird. But nothing that happens in Bishopscourt really seems to follow the norms, does it? All in all, I think Robert's suspect rating just shot up. I'm going to put him on 4 out of 5 for sure. But it seems Olivia is waking up, and that means all the mystery might soon be over if she's able to share exactly who it was that killed her husband and attacked her. Although she's waking up to a totally different life than she last knew. A lot of secrets have come out, and I wonder how she's going to handle that. Now, Andrew's memorial seriously added some fodder to our investigation. Good old Mackie Hofmeyer really does know how to turn a memorial into a selling opportunity, doesn't he? Like, who the heck has adverts for their newest development as handouts at their partner's memorial service? And those protesters? What exactly did they mean by Andrew Mackenzie is a murderer? But Mackie really showed his dark side by pulling out his gun. And just the fact that he has a gun and is clearly trigger-happy definitely pushes up his suspect rating to at least 3 out of 5. Edie has got a lot on her hands. A pregnancy she's not 100% decided on. A relationship with Avi she seems to actually want, but just doesn't want to say so. Her and 40 do seem to be bonding over their shared dark secrets, though. Maybe she's finally got an ally in this fight. She's not interested in fake closure over her brother's murder. She wants to know the truth. And I'm pretty sure she'll do whatever she needs to do to get it. We've got another week to ponder the details. Be sure to let me know who you think the murderer is down in the comments, and be nowhere else but in front of your television next Thursday at 8 p.m. on Mnet Channel 101. It's getting close, and it won't be long until we find out if we really can handle the truth.